you're not going to grow talent-wise as a team without somebody who's really got the skill to pass on. And CurryGovernor, a great player, but also a great coach and very willing to help people learn. So he's naturally the top seed of this tournament and will be facing off with Loopy. And I feel like this might be the first time Loopy's ever had the chance to fight someone like CurryGovernor, but you've also got to do it in that Mario versus Cloud matchup, and I think he'll have a lot of questions to ask afterwards.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how Loopy deals with all of the different situations that CurryGovernor will throw at him, because Curry is a self-proclaimed incredibly aggressive player. The debatability of that
like you don't agree, Lito.
It's a little bit debatable, but we're going to see we're going to see a lot of holding forward. We're missing the R off his name, a little bit unfortunate, but we're going to see lots of bears, lots of fairs, and lots of holding advantage state for as long as possible from CurryGovernor.
And immediately 32% with the perfectly spaced cross slash, only committing to the full cross slash once he knew that he'd already hit that, but it was spaced in such a way where even if the first one was blocked, he was probably still not going to get punished anyway. So Curry happily getting off to a good lead. The jump is expended there, but he had limits, so he had more control over where he was going to land. Loopy immediately is getting shut down. Backer doesn't swing because perhaps a little bit of fear on the cape there, but you see, he had limit anyway. I'm not going to be too concerned if I'm CurryGovernor.
And how is Loopy going to get off the stage? We're going for an aggressive up air there. Maybe Curry's standing a little bit too close to the ledge, but he's going to be aware of that for next time. He is not a player that doesn't adapt. He will be aware. So, Loopy trying to get on a stage aggressively with the double jump there. That is another option that Curry will pay attention to, and perhaps punish it with an F tilt or a bear accordingly.
Yeah, there's the F tilt. That was the first one I feel like we've seen from CurryGovernor, but the back air instead sending it a very awkward, slightly downward angle there. So Loopy not able to survive that one. And immediately we just have another 0% cross slash just for a free 23%. It is so damaging. Why not do it?
I really like these empty hops that Curry has thrown out in advantage as well. Just trying to probe Loopy for what option he's going to go for, and then chasing him down with his movement on the ground.
But I
nearly got a very early kill.
Yeah, Loopy just having a bit of a recharge at the moment, sitting under platforms to at least limit some of Cloud's options, but hasn't ultimately come up with an option of his own to try necessarily yet, because you can't stay there forever when you're a full stop down. Loopy goes for the roll again, and eventually CurryGovernor might just sit at roll distance and punish the next one, because Loopy's tried it twice now.
That said, Loopy is varying his ledge options a little bit, which is certainly something you need to do against Curry. Getting caught out with the up tilt there. Now at a situation where we need to be aware of those low percent cross slashes again.
Oh, goes for the cape.
Is that the kill?
But nearly dying for it. I loved the awareness from Loopy to say a cape would actually kill here, but CurryGovernor was just so far ahead, say, of course you're going to go for the cape there. Jump right into my climb hazard, the quickest option I have to hit in front in the air. I feel like, Nair is technically his quickest option in the air, but it starts from behind, so it wasn't going to hit from that situation. But CurryGovernor is still so comfortable right now, trying to secure a quick 3-stop.
I really like that bear from Loopy, though. Didn't quite hit, but again, the idea was brilliant. So we've seen a very, very strong 3-stock to start off with. I think one of the main things I noticed there was Loopy's dropping shields in situations where he shouldn't quite a lot. So Curry's going for a lot of empty hops into cross slashes. He's running up and cross slashing.
Yes.
It's mostly cross slash. But his awareness of when Loopy likes to drop shield after pressure is just really strong at the moment. And Loopy needs to change the tempo of his defense quite a bit if he wants to get out unscathed.
Yeah. I think the main thing I was catching on to in Game 1 as well is that CurryGovernor's kill options were extremely unconventional. You do not often see Cloud killing with up tilt and up air, but I don't think it was strictly, I'm going to kill with these moves just to truly surprise you. I think it was just, these happened to kill. I was just using them as attacks, but they also did kill.
Yeah.
It kind of suggests Curry hasn't gotten out of first gear yet. He still has more growing to do within this set. So Loopy, I want to see a reinvention of what we of the strategy, and this back air could have been the start of something, but again with that increased air mobility of the limit, CurryGovernor was just able to drift away from danger.
Yeah, Loopy's getting caught in this corner so often, and I really think he needs to vary his options when he's getting out. Not just when he gets off the ledge, but once he stands up and Curry stands under that platform, you need to figure out what you're going to do, and fast.
Oh, but a great air dodge to the ledge there. CurryGovernor was waiting, I think, for an air dodge to catch it with something like an up tilt or an up air. Loopy just got straight out of there and will now find a combo. But again, because Curry's got limit, he can drift to the right easier and getting out of a Mario combo as a result. This is definitely one of those matchups where we do feel like Cloud has the advantage overall. Mario struggles with the range of sword fighters greatly, but Cloud having that extra advantage of drifting out of combos when he's got limit is such an extra factor. You can in return hit him with Flood and hit him with Cape to get super early kills, but Loopy has only really made one attempt to do something like that, and he was hard punished by Climazer. Instead, the Nair is going to do it, and that's a great
That
kill.
was a fantastic ledge shot, an extended one as well. Read Curry's options at least 3 times to get the kill there.
Yeah. And we'll see if you can get some reads again, because no limit this time. Oh, but just swings out a disadvantage with the down air. Down smash is going to kill for Curry as well. More unconventional kills coming out from CurryGovernor, and the down tilt to cover the retreat option was so good from Curry, because usually, you know, in year 1 of Smash, he was always going to go for the forward air into limit cross slash, because it does 40%, and it can be true, but Curry instead going for a more defensive option read-based playstyle and always finds them.
And unfortunately, that up B out shield bit preemptive and punished accordingly by Curry. We're back in a ledge trap situation for Loopy. Can he make something happen?
Square Enix grab moment.
Yes, the Square Enix grab. Unfortunately, proving too true at that moment.
Are we going to swing? No. Curry could have potentially tried to... I think he would have been able to grab ledge anyway if he did go for the downward swing, but Curry just going for absolute maximum safety. Say, I'll find the kill with the back air anyway. I don't need to think about trading a stock for it. So that is going to be 2 games up for CurryGovernor, but it's not over yet. And Loopy, again, I feel like this is the first time we've played. I don't know that for a fact, but Loopy is definitely staying in there competitively.
Although we did see at the very end of that game, the exact punish I mentioned earlier. Loopy is trying to aggressively get back on the stage in these desperate situations. I believe it was a full hop dare onto the stage there. Curry, all completely calm, punished it with the bear, and got the kill straight away. So I feel Loopy may be getting a little bit desperate. I hope not, but it could be the case.
Well, it could get even worse for him potentially. You are now forced to reverse 3-0 one of the top 5 or 6 players in the UK. I think he's currently ranked 6th, but might be wrong on that. But certainly number 1 in the Northeast by quite a wide margin. I think number 1 in the North as a whole as well. We don't have a combined PR for it, but it's either him or SBF at this point. SBF has the more recent winning record, but that was all within the space of 1 tournament. So I feel like if they meet again, Curry stands every chance of winning the next occasion. But for now, Loopy is who he's forced to deal with if he wants to win King of the Hill 6. And an excellent recovery from Loopy to just scrape through the calligraphy there of cross slash and breaking away.
Yeah. You know, when I saw this stage, the first thing I thought about was the position of the center platform and how Mario can use it really well to get extended combos. But at the moment, he's not had a chance to do that. Curry is holding advantage so frequently that Loopy is not getting platform extended combos at all. And that's just working to his detriment at the moment.
Yeah, he's been bitten at least once before by Curry just doing down air out of disadvantage, and it puts that seed of doubt in the Mario players' minds. You kind of feel like, if I'm going to go for something, it needs to be true, but that certainly was. And CurryGovernor living by holding all the way to the side, trading with the cross slash as well. Loopy, does go for a back air eventually, but Curry was so ready for it to just say, if I down tilt, you might miss, or I might just beat out your attack anyway. Forward, I'm going to kill off the top. Ouch.
An unfortunate stock loss for Loopy there, but honestly, the positioning on his ledge trapping is so good, standing just outside Cloud's range. Unfortunately, he got clipped by the down tilt, which led to the stock, but the ideas are great. So again, grab that perhaps wasn't ideal. And Curry is going to keep pressuring. He's lost limit now, but if he gets a bear and up smash, he's going to take the stock.
We did go for a down tilt on ledge to maybe start a combo that could have ended in an up B, but it was also a jab lock situation if you could have got there quick enough. But Loopy going for the more adventurous of the 2, and instead is on ledge once again. The Nair is going to kill.
Yeah.
And that's another 3-stock from CurryGovernor. A little bit too much stamina required from Loopy to complete something like a reverse 3-0 on one of the absolute best out there. So CurryGovernor, jacket's still on, still in second gear for now, I would say, but that was still a lot for Loopy to learn from. I'm glad he's got the VOD from a big on-stream set like this. And there's a lot you can take away from that. Say, if Curry is able to, for instance, down air out of my combos, how can I tighten that up so that he can't swing out of disadvantage in the first place?
The Cloud's actually got quite a few unconventional hurtbox shifts with his moves. The down air is one of them, but we saw in the first or second game there was quite a few instances where Cloud would up air and his body just moves out of the way of Mario's combos, which is it's a very small interaction, but it's an important one nonetheless. And I think if Loopy watches this back and notices how Curry is dealing with Loopy's own pressure, I think he could really make something of it, because almost every punish I saw was a read on Loopy's offense and going back accordingly and punishing accordingly.
Yeah, and likewise, if you are able to adapt to more defensive playstyle, that's your chance to start charging Flood, because that's one of the things that Cloud will hate the most in the Mario matchup. But Loopy was so focused on attacking and dealing with Cloud wearing on his shield when he was at close range, he wasn't even getting the chance to charge it up in the first place.
Yeah.
So maybe if you can pick a bigger stage and find yourself an environment to rethink on occasion, you might get those opportunities. But hey, you weren't like expected to win that or anything. Nobody's gonna say, "What the hell? How have you lost to CurryGovernor?"
It's a learning experience.
As a learning experience, and I'm sure Loopy's learned plenty.